person will say, tell them that I sent you. Don't forget, remember me, remember my name. Remember me when you go and do the thing that you're going to do. Don't forget the bridge that brought you over. You see here, consider me when you go back. And when the butler was restored back to his butlership, he didn't consider Joseph. He didn't even think about Joseph in the prison. He was just happy being back doing his job. But one thing about God, God never forgets about us. He always remembers us. He doesn't care what state or condition we may be in. God will never forget about us. You see here, but God is great and he's greatly to be praised. But now I'm thinking about here, about remembering. And my mind goes to Jesus when Jesus was being crucified. The Bible said there were two thieves that were crucified with Jesus. One was on the right hand and the other one was on the left hand. And the Bible tells me that after they began to ridicule and they began to mock Jesus, that one of the thieves said, Lord, now look at here, Lord, you saved other people, you healed the sick, you raised the dead, you gave sight to the blind, you've done all these things, save your neck and save our necks too. But the other thief on the other side, he began to rebuke the other thief. He began to say, wait a minute here, man. Take a look at the situation that we're in. You and me, we're receiving what we've done. We've done some bad things in life, so we're paying for our deeds to society. But this man, Jesus, he hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't done any sin. He didn't do anything worthy of death. He just looked over at Jesus and said, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And the Bible tells me that Jesus told the man, he said, today you're going to be with me in paradise. You see, Jesus won't forget. He'll never forget about what we do for him. Sometimes when you're toiling in this old life, when you're going through the ups and the downs and the hardships in life that they can bring, it seems like you're all forgotten. But there's another song that says, I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. Because God don't forget anything. He don't miss a thing. The birds of the air, he knows them one by one. The very hairs of our head are all numbered. Oh, God don't see anything and get by him. He remembers everything and everybody. We don't ever have to be afraid, but we want God to remember us, because when we're going through our hard situations in life, when the troubles and the storms of life are raging, we need God to remember us. When we're sick in our bodies, when we're going through ups and downs, when the family's in all disarray, when the job is going crazy, when you don't know which way to turn, when the problems of life are raging, Lord, I want you to remember me. God won't forget. The Bible lets me know that God said, I will be an adversary to your adversaries. He said, I will put your trust in me. He'll bring you out of whatever situation you're in, because he is God all by himself. I know one thing about it, that somebody said there is a bomb in Gilead, and God sit up high and he looked down low. He see everything. He called things that are not just like it happened all the time, because he's a great God. I want God to remember me when I'm going through my situations. Sometimes I don't know which way to go, but I need the Lord to remember me when I'm going through, when I'm persecuted on every side. God, I don't want you to forsake me. And I heard Jesus say, I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. Just put your trust in me. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as an eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. I want the Lord to remember me. Whatever I do for God, somebody said, all you do, what you do for Christ, it will last. I want God did for him, he wanted to bless him. God won't forget us. If we be faithful unto death, we will receive a crown